Welcome to our last video. So we're going to be discussing the researched argument in just a moment. Wearing my tragic Baltimore Oriole cap, tragic fanhood. Hey, they're good sometimes. Not quite as bad as the White Sox when they're bad, but they can be pretty bad too. They're not so good this year either. Let's take a look at that researched argument. We're going to share the screen with you, and let's give it a go. All right. So let's take a look at, in terms of our researched argument, our last assignment that's located in Module 8. Of course, this is also located in terms of the homepage view. And when you click on in terms of series of lessons, starting with in terms of week 7 and also week 8 in terms of the researched argument. But let's take a look and discuss in terms of some of the basics there. So as with in terms of the steps you'll follow, you're going to start with a half draft. This half draft will be including an argument in support of your thesis. It should be, again, based on a closed reading from in terms of how is technology affecting us. You could be looking at in terms of the usefulness or the damage that in terms of your social media can do. You can also be taking a or giving a take on in terms of our thinking and how it's affected us, for better or for worse. What is technology's greatest use or greatest weaknesses? What are some things that are liabilities when it comes to the use of technology? Or in terms of not, such as, for instance, like for algorithms being used to make major decisions about who's going to be buying a home, who gets a loan, and so forth. So these are some of the possibilities. But what you're going to do with that earlier draft, with both your peer review and also your half draft that you'll send to me, will be all about in terms of establishing your argument. With the final draft, that's going to be due when the class closes on August the 3rd, you're going to be taking, in terms of a deeper look at, in terms of the issue, of course, more development. You'll also need to include, in terms of consideration of your opposition, you should have at least 4 sources in that final draft that will come from, in terms of our databases that are recommended, opposing viewpoints, the Points of View Reference Center, Research Library ProQuest, and Academic Search Complete. And in terms of other sources, of course, you need to use at least one as your basis from our readings. And again, anything else could be from any source in terms of either outside or in our closed readings. But there should be a minimum of 4, with one at least being from approved databases, one at least from our, in terms of groups of closed reading on in terms of technology and how it affects us. We should have, in terms of, I would say, around 600 to 700 words for, in other words, about 2.5 to 3 pages for your half draft. And for your final draft, it's 1,250 words. It should be in terms of the neighborhood of, in terms of 5 to 6 pages before your works cited or your references page. Be sure to follow it consistently and then submit that assignment, of course, by the due date, no later than in terms of a 10:30 Central, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that is, again, available now. And you can submit in terms of the half drafts, in terms of through week 7. And week 8 is when you would submit the final draft. So certainly recommend, if you have any questions at all, that you please let me know all about it. And also be sure to have, in terms of a terrific rest of your semester and or quarter, and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.